Maja, John, Madden, Juanito, and Acapulco, Mexico. I'm sitting in my front yard. I am at the north end of the pueblo, and there's a mourning dove just went up in that tree, and that's pretty spectacular. I hope I got that. So I'm having a flash of insight about who I really am. For 30 years, I was misdiagnosed as bipolar. Those bastards in the psychiatry profession are such arrogant assholes. They never questioned the diagnosis, and it was only when I snapped and got better and it was all over that one of them finally said, well, gee, she didn't even say I'm sorry. All she said was, looks like they got it wrong 30 years ago. And she went on to say, we never would diagnose a psychiatric condition with someone who was in the middle of so many life crises at the same time. That's bullshit. They still do. Maybe she wouldn't. So I have some remaining resentment because they continue to do that to thousands of people, misdiagnose and misprescribe. So I had terrible drugs for 30 years. And psychiatrically induced depression because I felt miserable from the drugs and from the diagnosis. But did I ever have mania? No, I had high energy outside of the bell curve. I go high. And did I ever have depression? Not before them. I would get tired, as us mystics do. But what I've realized this morning, and this is a huge insight, is that I am truly bipolar, possibly tripolar. The two poles that I swing back and forth between and am trying to integrate are Tulum. I was just all up in a Tulum Tantra festival that starts today and goes for 4 days, and no way can I afford this year. And they're having national and international facilitators at a big resort in Tulum to explore the farther reaches of erotic power. That's a world I live in. It is a world I live in. Not going to those pricey retreats at resorts yet, but maybe in the future. But that's a world I live in. I know a lot about that. But the other world I live in is Akumal, the simple pueblo, and Raul, who lives in that building over there, who just came back looking for the puppy. They were missing the puppy all day yesterday. And I was worried about that puppy. A lot of people were worried about the puppy. And the puppy came crashing down here, wreaking mayhem, which he does, and he or she is so spectacular. And then Raul came after looking for him. And Raul is a spectacular, maybe 35-ish man, 30, 35, handsome. I don't know how he makes his money. He might be a fisherman. He might be a construction worker. He's a simple Mexican man. And what a good man. Those dogs all adore him. It's wonderful to see how these dogs who spend time with me and love me adore that man. What a good man. And my Spanish isn't good enough that we couldn't have much of a conversation, but we did a little bit. So I live in these two worlds, and by God, I'm going to live in Akumal. I won't jump to Tulum, as sexy and as exciting as it is. I need Akumal, the real Mexico. I need what these people know about consciousness. These people in this pueblo know stuff about consciousness that none of those fucking international facilitators know. And the problem is that probably some of them don't realize they don't know this, which they'd be better people if they knew they needed this too. But I know it. I know it. And tripolar, I'm also at the same time living in the world of America, my country, and the dark ages that are descending into America. Oh my God, it's so horrifying. And I can't take my eyes off it. And I do care about all my friends and all those wonderful leaders who are trying so hard. And I try to support them. I send them videos. I send them love. I'm not sending them money right now because they don't have any extra. I actually have. I've subscribed to several of their channels when I did have money at the beginning of the month. So I'm tripolar. And I won't give up any of them. I want them all. I want life. I want every bit of life. I want to be a real human being. That's my aspiration. That's my business title. Yeah. And I'm not going to go out easily. I'm fighting to the end because there's so much I still want to learn and do and experience. Now I'll go back to the roosters and the mourning doves and the doggies and Mexico. We have swallows here. I see swallows here. I can't have any of them if I don't know how to be in this moment. That's the glue that holds it all together. I have to be able to get quiet. I have to get all those different identities out of my head and just come back to being here in my front yard with my beautiful table and my beautiful pot, and nothing in this yard costs very much. And Princess, who's the princess of all the dogs, she's the mother, half the dogs on the street. And I have to keep remembering to put water out because there hasn't been rain for days, and all the dogs are coming here for water. And that was always my failing with my dogs in the camper van. I would forget to get adequate water for the dog. So, besides continuing to expand my consciousness to the far reaches of the universe, I have to remember to make sure. Well, fortunately, the dogs drink the water out of the tap, which I will in a pinch. Just doesn't taste good. But I have to remember to put it out. Yeah. Over and out, folks. Keep rocking.